Alright. How do I even... It's a sub-game, right? Yeah. What happens if you get a game over in MetaKnightmare? It is mess. I completely forget what happens when you get a game over in this, so I'm just gonna get one just to test. I think you can just pick continue. Alright, I forgot Meta Knight has 2 HP like Kirby in hard mode. Hey, Mr. Rosen. Yeah, you can just continue like normal. Alright. Before I get started here, there's one thing I want to show off. Normal mode. I just love the exit text in this game. If you want to be like, oh, I want to leave this level now. Leave through a door. It's so specific. It's not just exit. You leave through a door. And then you do come out of a door. But where's the door in the level? Like, I can only imagine that Kirby just hops down from the 4th wall. Is like, yeah, I'm not doing this today. Anyway, let's get started. Let me double check that chat relay bot is working. Just to be a little paranoid. Twitch, you alright, Twitch? Yeah, you're fine. Alrighty. So we're gonna be playing MetaKnightmare mode this time. It is basically speedrun mode, but you play as Meta Knight, and he doesn't really have the special abilities like he does in MetaKnightmare Ultra. And there's no touch screen to activate them with anyway. But I guess that's all on that menu. Hey, Sun Gaming. Yeah, he can do attack, he can do a slide. He's got slightly more abilities than Kirby would have with the sword. So, he's a bit more fun to play. And I forget if usually his sword activates all manners of puzzles, like it's considered on fire, it's considered a hammer, whatever else. I'm not sure if that's the case in this game. I think side routes might actually be removed. I'm not sure. I actually never played this mode when I played through this game the first time. I played it through on normal and hard, and I decided, that was enough. So I just went right on and finished. And I don't believe this is like shown as like completion percent like it is in Superstar Ultra. He doesn't even use the warp star, he just floats around and ejects stars from some sort of port. Oh, hello. Also, he does a lot of damage with the sword strikes. I think as much or maybe more than the hammer. This mode is easier than hard mode, really, even though you still have the 3 health. Because Meta Knight just has really good attack options. It's actually really nice out today. It was like 75 and not very fall-like. And I'm kind of fine with that. I don't mind fall, but I prefer spring and summer. I don't really like being cold. I have to turn the heat on. Parker probably doesn't mind. He's very fluff. He's built for winter. We think he's a Norwegian forest cat. He's not a purebred, but that's what he most clearly resembles. Oop. He's either that or a Maine Coon. He seemed a little different from a Maine Coon to me. Is my mic working, or is everybody just quiet? Everything looks fine. Just being paranoid. Apparently no one can answer the question, do I lose all my gold when I ascend and click her heroes? I haven't played that one, so I can't help there. Surprised there's not like, you know, an FAQ or something out there. Ah, there you go. See, my chat will answer the questions, the entire internet can't. That's how good my chat is. I'm sort of iffy on the idea of the whole prestige thing. Especially if you don't get stuff out of it. Like, I think I would be alright with, Seraph does that, and, you at least get some permanent benefits, so it'd be, like, faster to get, you know, back to maximum, you know, stats again, but, I don't tend to like giving up my stats and doing a re-roll. I tend to just consider myself done with the game once I do something like that. Because I don't really tend to like replaying stuff too much, which is part of why I never initially replayed this mode. Or at least I'll wait like, you know, a year or two at the least before replaying a game. Thanks for the follow, X0. It's okay to at least attack once, Wispy. Even by Wispy Wood standards, that was a little sad. I feel a little bad for him. He must not be having the best day. Well, I guess the optional areas are intact. Sometimes they remove them from this. This seems to just be the main game, just you play as Meta Knight. Sort of, it's less refined than the one in Nightmare in Dreamland, or this is Nightmare in Dreamland. Then Superstar Ultra. Superstar Ultra kind of set the framework for a lot of how modern Kirby games would pan out. And hey, Tire for Hire. Distinct story paths? Yeah, sometimes I'll replay for a story path. Like, Infamous, I always play twice to see the good and evil route, but that has, like, there's gameplay differences, it's not too long, there's significant differences overall, like, if it's just a minor difference, or there's, like, a whole ton of branching crap, I might just say, nah. I appreciate that sort of stuff, but I don't like to spend tons of... Apparently I attack a little slower than I thought I would. Taking a drink there. Rude, Mr. Wheelie. I forget what I was saying. Has any game ever, like, explicitly pointed out that, hey, you can run over 2 gaps? Like, Mario's done that since Mario 1. Kirby pretty much always does that. But I've never really found where I, like, learned to do that, or, like, had a game totally explain that. Thanks for the follow, Disikayabu? Sometimes I think people just make names that will be hard for me to say. I always have the worst trouble reading people's names in chat. Fates. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Fates. Yeah. Does that have branching stuff? Like, I thought, like, the different versions were the branching things. But I don't know. I only played... I think I mentioned this in a prior stream, but I only played the GameCube Fire Emblem. I don't really play too many tactical RPGs. Disgaea is kind of enough tactical RPG for me forever. I play, like, one Disgaea game every, like, 3 years, and that pretty much scratches that itch quite thoroughly. Nah, Sonic isn't really... It's generally a tile-based game sort of thing. And, I mean, it may be laid out, like... I mean, there's always kind of a way you could say a game is tile-based, but... Sonic doesn't really move based on tiles, so nah, it's not really a thing like that. Ah. How does the mushroom even hurt? Like, I guess it's a very heavy mushroom. Oh! time paradox. I forgot Meta Knight's just freaking... Yeah, we'll be fighting Meta Knight later. I don't know how he survived that, but whatever. Oh, I guess these ones take 2 hits. That's why I got thrown off. Ow. Be a bit more careful with those. Ah. Do I have anything sort of ranged? I don't think I do. These things are kind of annoying because you kind of got to get close and you can't inhale them. Ow. From below, they're easy to deal. Oh, he spawned on me. Frick. I did not expect this to suddenly be, like, where I die a lot. Ow. Wow, these things are really annoying to deal with Meta Knight. Wow. Okay, whatever. He was holding that umbrella with his, like, the top of his skull. There's a lot of very small rooms in this game. What was in here again? Food. The UFO I can't use. These things are very clearly designed. The ones with the spike balls. Very clearly designed for Kirby. I deal with the ones above me, but... I guess I can dash through it. Get out of here. Just take that one. Alright, let's do this properly this time. Oh, come on. Just gonna ignore that one for now. Oh, come on. Wait. Why did that one die instantly? I'm confused. Gotta be careful. Yeah. Whoa, hey, hey! What the? Calm down, bro! What is this pattern? Gave me a freaking heart attack. Since when do they just run at full speed across the entire arena like that? Alright, I know how to handle those now. No panics. They were just paying me back for what I did to Wispy Woods. He didn't even get a single attack. Who's been eating these clouds? I told you guys not to eat these clouds. These are important. Ow. I will defeat every enemy with my own body weight. Did Kracko eat the clouds? Would that be cannibalism? I mean, he is a cloud. Oh, hello. I guess this attack does have a bit more range than I'm thinking it does. Cloudableism. Also, I think they use the same exact sunset. Or, like, it's not a sunset. Like, what are these lights in the background? Like, those are not the sun. Okay, I'll take that one up. Oh, those things look just like... There must be something in Japan that looks like those curly things. There are things just like that in Yumi Nikki, which we played last night. Speaking of Yumi Nikki, does anybody know roughly how long Flow would happen to be? It's one of the games I was planning to play tomorrow. What is in these copy rooms? Totally useless, as expected. Hi, Parky. I think it's not on how long to beat, so like there was ow. His movement feels a little weird to me. I think I must be used to how he moves in a later game. I keep expecting a lot more up thrust than I get with that flap. Also, ow. I don't think it's dealing damage like it does in MetaKnightmare Ultra. Oh, hey. Yeah, you can just cut those with your sword. I don't think there's any way to get in there without taking a hit. It's supposed to use burning. I just realized we don't even get the goal game. Watch every boss in the game be easier than those little dudes holding the spike balls. Paint roller was always easy though. This is probably the easiest paint boss that there is in the series. If you can call it a paint boss, the one in Robobot, I pressed attack. I need to shoot those out a little bit earlier. What the? I wonder. Did I just boop it from below? No. I was wondering if he even had these spawned, but yeah, I think he just plays completely normal game field. Can I grab this with my sword? Yeah, well, I guess it's probably not too long, but I don't know. I'll probably just play a couple hours of it, regardless of whether I finish it or not. Well, if I finish it, I'll stop playing, obviously. But I'll probably just try to play a bunch of different games tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what all games, but definitely LSD and definitely .flow. I have no idea if it has effects. I assume it does, but I don't know. It's the first Yumi Nikki fan game I'll have played. Apparently there's quite a few. Ow. I'm not sure if I'll take a look at Yumi Nikki 3D tomorrow. Like, maybe it's too soon for that. I don't know. It does have some unique stuff, though, so it's not just everything edited into 3D. Though I'm not entirely sure how much new stuff there is. Uh-oh. Nope. Frick. I blame that on you. Yeah, LSD looks really cool. Fruit fly, how are you even alive? I'm gonna blame that on the fruit fly. Oh, come on. Okay, doing the dash attack on Bugsy is not a good idea. Ow. Certain bosses with good short range, Meta Knight isn't so good for. Was Bugsy in the original Kirby's Adventure? I don't think Bugsy... I think it was the roll bug, wasn't it? It was a different bug. I think. Could be wrong. Because I thought Bugsy was originally, like, first in Superstar, and I think there was, like, a different thing in Adventure. Oh, come on. Huh? Oh, right. What a weird room. They'll average about 3 to 4 hours, so yeah, it doesn't sound like I'll probably beat it, but that's fine. Just want to kind of see some of the cool stuff and move on. That's what I plan to do with LSD too. There's no way I'm gonna... I don't think that has a win condition, but I think it takes a cycle of like 90 days or more to see all of the like texture effects and stuff. And there's just a whole lot of variables on what determines what you'll even see in that game. If I recall correctly, I don't think these purple laser dudes, I think those might be new, but I could be wrong. New to Nightmare and Dreamland as opposed to Adventure anyway. I'll know for sure whenever I go back and play Adventure with that in mind. Alright, I forgot Butter Building came this early. I think I'm thinking of Mid-Boss Tower when I think, oh. I was expecting that to hurt him. Apparently it does not. Song reminds me so much of Kirby's Avalanche. Oh, hello. No! Oh. Huh. That's where I didn't take damage from that first one. Door. Oops. If you press the rear, like the LR, ZR buttons on the controller, it brings up the Wii U emulator menu. It's annoying. Excuse me? Oh. What weird lighting, like, design this area. Is an adventure? Let me double check this. I know there's a roly bug dude. Yeah, these images do not. Oh, maybe he is. I see a graphic of him, at least. It's definitely a Kirby's Adventures art style. They don't have a screenshot of him in Kirby Wiki, but that doesn't mean he doesn't exist. Oh! Oh, I guess he is. Well, shut my mouth. Very tiny sprite. There we go. Looks lovely with this awful scaling. Is there some way to not use this garbage scaling? I hate... It's freaking bilinear. It's the worst. Bilinear scaling was a mistake. Alright. Back to video, James. Oh, right. I forgot about that one up. Whatever. We don't really need it. There is a Roly Pillbug boss, though. Oops, that's not where I meant to go. I guess he's just a different Pillbug boss. Like, there's odd redundancies in some of these early Kirby games. His bosses are so easy with Meta Knight. Like, wow. Hey, Kirby Girl 1, 2, 3. Like, this was never a hard game, but usually they get off an attack or two. Whoa. Funny enough, Meta Knight is kind of... It's more dangerous from the normal enemies than the bosses, because he's only got the 3 health. And some normal enemies you're kind of meant to deal with the inhale. Or at least a ranged attack. Ow. And Meta Knight doesn't have that. Obvious secret. Oh, dang. Of course he's invincible. The one power I would probably rather have than, well, him and, UFO I might rather have than Meta Knight, but oh well. I'd forgotten how much use of palette swapping this game gets in. I don't mind it. It's just kind of strange because Kirby games usually don't bother to do that. I guess there's a decent amount in Superstar as well, but otherwise not really. Mystery Dungeon. I actually haven't played too many Mystery Dungeons since Etrian Mystery Dungeon. I wanted the newest Pokemon one. I did a dash attack, bro. Whatever. Oh, dang that. Actually, his dash attack is not what I thought it was, so that was a mistake regardless. I could have swore he had to like slide through attack like a Superstar sword. Whoa. Poppy Rose is going to kill me. Actually, this freaking inertia that he has when he runs is going to kill me. There we go. Of course, the sword is also fire. There we go. I think you're meant to inhale that. Ah! What? Okay, those explode now, apparently. I think they always explode after a delay. Oh, that's a thing. What are these broom hatters brooming for? Who told them to sweep the outside of the ship? There we go. Didn't they just announce some new tournament for Splatoon? I'm not a big multiplayer versus, like, I'm not a big competitive gaming person, so I never got it myself. But I thought they had some new stuff. Braving the high winds to sweep small particles of dust, the very few particles that were not swept off by the high-speed winds. I love this track. There's just such good energy to a lot of Kirby themes in general. Van. He kind of looks like an Alolan Diglett. That nasty hair of his. I've already complained about the Alolan form. Oh, his dash attack sucks. He is not invincible for his dash attack, which is pretty standard Kirby fare to be invincible during your dash attack. But like his dash attack just like moves you forward a few, you know, pixels to get yourself hurt, basically. I need to stop using it. I think MetaKnight plays a lot better in MetaKnightmare Ultra. He's also got the touchscreen skills, which are a lot of fun. He can do stuff like heal, and I think just a bunch of attacks. First iced tea? You've never had iced tea before? It's like somebody telling me like they'd never had an apple before, and they're like, yeah, I'll try this apple. What? Ah. I tend to prefer hot tea myself, but it's good stuff if you need, you know, nice chill drink if you need a teeny bit of caffeine. I swear those things used to fire lasers in Superstar instead of like weird lance things. My nemesis. There we go. Meta Knight had to have some kind of weakness. But does he though? I mean, he's Meta Knight. Ow. His weakness should be the 3 health thing. Ah, pff. Ow. He feels more properly like Meta Knight in MetaKnightmare Ultra and later. It's barely slipped by there. Oh, for Pete's sake. He's got this weird, he's almost like Luigi in Superstar, or not Superstar, in Mario Bros 2. He has this extra inertia that Kirby doesn't really have. Like, Kirby's very floaty, and I guess floaty doesn't negate it, but I just feel like I have a bit more control over where Kirby's gonna slide around. Sure. Speaking of Godzilla games, I don't think that PS4 Godzilla game is as bad as most people say it is. I think it's kind of what you should expect from. It gives you this really good feeling of being Godzilla. That kind of necessitates being this big, slow, monstrous thing. I think the controls could be a bit better. There could be a bit more to do, but it's got a really great selection of monsters. Like, it's got Biolanta, it's got King Ghidorah, and Ghidorah, I think, but I would say Ghidorah because that's what the one movie says. It's got a really good selection of characters. Who did it have that I was really surprised? It has Space Godzilla, I think. I was pretty surprised to see Biolanta. You don't see her too often. Yeah, everybody hates tank controls. I don't really think tank controls are too bad. as long as the game is designed around them. Like, I can totally deal with it in Silent Hill. It's just when... I think a big problem that a lot of SNES... Like, a lot of SNES... Or not SNES. PlayStation tank controls, they're missing a few buttons. Like, Mega Man Legends 1 tank controls are a lot worse than Mega Man Legends 2 tank controls. Because they have that lock-on. The lock-on really helps a lot. Oh, right. This part isn't the boss fight yet. Yeah, I don't mind tank controls as long as you can, like, move left, like, you can strafe and you can turn. I mean, Godzilla, he's Godzilla. He should control more like a tank than like an acrobat. Ow. Little Godzilla is apparently the PS4 game. Is he? I haven't unlocked everything. There is a pretty excessive grind, in my opinion. I played a couple rounds of the mutation or whatever mode. But it does seem like there's a lot of grind if you want to get all of the DNA bits and everything. See, he moves forward a lot when he does that jump slash. He's definitely a lot better on the ground. I think you can get that Godzilla PS4 game, ow, for like 20 bucks now. I wouldn't recommend it at the full 60 that I think it launched at, but if you like Godzilla, and especially if you, like, if in my opinion the main draw is you can play as a bunch of characters that most Godzilla games tend to lack. I forget if Jet Jaguar is in there. I think he is. Damn it. Mecha Godzilla's in there. I don't really like how Meta Knight controls in the air. Damn it. Game key game destroy all monsters. I don't think I didn't have that one myself. There's really not too many control a giant monster games, are there? We haven't had a new Rampage in a while. I guess they had that Wii one. Was the Wii Rampage game any good? Ugh. I always played as Lizzie. I had the PlayStation 1 Rampage game. I liked the PlayStation 1 Rampage game, but it was really hard to get all of the way to see all of the content. Like, you go to hell and stuff, and it was really cool, but I only did that like once, and it was only because a friend of mine was a lot better at it than I was, which is a pretty common case for me in that era of gaming. Oh my gosh, get it! Alright, I don't want to fight that guy. Rampage World Tour. Universal Tour was the one I had. I think World Tour is the direct arcade port. I think World Tour or Universal Tour does this thing like, doesn't it have like passcodes and crap instead of save files? Umbrellas are my greatest weakness. Yeah, World Tour, I think it's more of the arcade game than anything. It's not bad. I have that on PS3. There we go. He doesn't have that thing that Kirby, when Kirby falls, I think there's something under here. Yeah. When Kirby falls, he does a little bit of damage after a certain amount of falling, and he like bounces off of an enemy. I guess with Meta Knight you just have to activate the down slash. Yeah, Lizzie's the best, obviously. There was a bat that was pretty cool in Universal Tour. It actually has some... I think it had 2 new characters. What was a bat? forget what the other one is. Oh, Vern? That rings a bell, but I forget what Vern was. Lizzie's generally my favorite. It's a power-up, yeah. That sounds very familiar, I don't remember exactly what it was. Oh, hello. Hey, Shatso. Breathe fire. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely ringing a bell. I think No! Frick. Get out of here. Oh, thanks for the host, Kirby girl. Actually, I wasn't sure if my multi-chat thing showed hosts or not. I haven't noticed any, but I don't think too many people host me yet. I turned on the auto host. I never really host myself either, so I mean, I can't complain too much, but I put on the auto host thingy. I don't really know how much it gets used. I did the dash attack thing again. Never used the dash attack. It'd be nice to have like stats on like, oh hey, you hosted X for Y viewers. It's like, I have no idea what it's doing. Yeah, I just set it up with like the default stuff just to see. I have no idea what it's really doing, honestly, which isn't really super encouraging, but it doesn't seem to hurt anything, so whatever. I haven't gotten complaints. I don't know why I did that. I really don't know why I did that. Oh dang, that was my last life too. Oh well. Some game orders works. Oh. Still, I love that it's leave through a door. When you want to leave, it says leave through a door. It's so oddly specific. Why is there a door? I did the dash attack again. It worked that time. It's not a good attack. I think this is one's in Dream Course too, isn't it? This music. If you think I'm doing bad now, Dream Course would be a nightmare. I think I got through a fair amount of that game as a kid, but like kind of with blind luck and retrying a lot. If I were to ever stream that game, I would absolutely have to do obvious door. I would have to use save states. Ow. Yeah, he's not built to go through that, right? I want to put King Kong in. I've never actually been super interested in King Kong as, you know, a big monster thing. Like, Donkey Kong, like the original Donkey Kong never did much for me. Never wanted to watch the reboot or anything. Oh man, he's so bad! He's not designed for some of these puzzles. Like, I mean, he's just a big ape that climbs up stuff, and I mean, he didn't even really do much in the original, did he? Like, he just, you know, damseled some girl. Oh, you came here because of Kirby facts? That's cool. Yeah, it's been a really fun account to run. I had no idea how long I would even, like, run with it, but, it's been a couple years now. There's me again. MetaKnight has serious interpersonal issues with himself. King Kong vs. Godzilla. I've heard of that, but I never saw it because, I mean, wasn't really super interested. Ow. Excuse me. Just gonna cheap you out. That's better. There's definite limits to Meta Knight's power in this game. He doesn't like anything too fast in front of him, and in the air he's kind of really bad. Anything slow, he's very good against, though. Like mid-bosses, usually. Get out of the way. Playable monsters. Get out of there. Thank you. It's a 1-up we can't get. It's about... Oh, there was Batra? Oh yeah, I remember Batra. Yeah, Batra's in there. Yeah, I don't have many cool things yet in mine. I didn't manage to get Biolanta yet. I think I got Space Godzilla. I did get Batra. I got Mythra Larva, who was really bad. Oh, Hedorah's in there? Oh yeah. I don't have him yet either. Isn't there some weird licensing reason that he's never been in anything? I always figured those were all like the same company, but apparently like it's a big mess of licensing, which is why a lot of monsters go missing. First GBA game was Wario Land 4. Pretty good pick. I'm not sure what my first Wario Land or GBA game would have been. Might have been Pokemon. I don't know. I probably would have had it pretty early. I don't. They usually don't start a console with Pokemon. It's kind of weird. But I guess they want the maximum sales for Pokemon as opposed to maximum console sales because of Pokemon. I definitely had those Mario remakes for GBA. Those honestly weren't super great. Like, they're not bad, and I mean, the original games are great, but if you already played the original games, they're not really great ports. The Game Boy... Oh, frick! Okay. That's dangerous. Oh, whoa, whoa. I am the only danger in this boss fight. Already at Orange Ocean. Hey, Capitalist. I love DDD's voice in the anime. It's like exactly not what I would have expected, but it also makes total sense. And that's like my favorite kind of like casting. You wouldn't have expected it, but it's still totally perfect. Speaking of perfect casting, I really was not expecting the Dilbert cartoon to be any good at all. Which there is a Dilbert cartoon, by the way. Nobody watched it. But it's actually really good and has really great voicing. Everyone sounds like they should, pretty much. Like, I usually, when there's a cartoon character who's been silent for, you know, ages, and I hear their voice, like in a cartoon, I'm all like, nah, that's not them. But the Dilbert cartoon is just I don't know how they did it. They did. I think it's on Amazon and stuff. It's only like one... I forget if it's one really long season or like 3 short seasons. But you buy it all as one set, I think. But it's really good. It shows some teeny signs of petering out towards the end, but it you know, it ended, so it didn't get Family Guide or anything, or Simpsoned. Not as good as The Critic, but I'm kind of amazed The Critic ever happened. Really great cartoon. It's a perfect mix of smart and dumb jokes too. It's kind of like how I would say the middle of like South Park was like, well, maybe they still do it. I haven't really watched South Park in a long time, but they would sort of mix their like higher level satire with, you know, dumb, you know, violence and crude jokes, and sort of it works on both levels. And that's really the only way you can keep a show like that on the air, because you know, if you try to go too highbrow, you're just not gonna pull the audience. Like, I don't think Critic probably did. Batman and Robin or a Seltzerberg movie, which is worse? I don't know what a Seltzerberg movie is, so I guess I'll pick that. Though I actually never liked Robin as a character. He just doesn't make sense for Batman. Like, Batman makes every bit of sense as this solitary dude. And I mean, he's kind of the foil, but why would Batman agree to that? Why would Batman need that? And why would Batman put another orphan into the line of fire? Like, I don't know, that never... UFO. Yeah, The Critic kind of was too good for the network. It was on Fox, wasn't it? Yeah. Cartoons are the epitome of you long... Either die here or live long enough to be a villain. Pretty much, yeah. That's why I kind of wish... Simpsons definitely could have... Yeah, there's no way to get that M tomato as Meta Knight. You have to inhale him. Oh, come on. Did they continue it online? Oh, yeah, I think there were some weird online things. I'm not sure if I ever saw those. I need to go find those. Oh, you had the DVD set, but I have no idea if that has the online stuff on it or not. Oop, flooped right up in there. Alright, I don't even need you. Oh, yes I do. Because you open the door. That's clever. Usually the door things are like very non-subtle. Though the weirdest Robin was the edgelord 90s Robin with the one in that movie series. Crap, who's the actor for those? The ones with Mr. Freeze. You know the ones. Those were rough. I think they were anyway. I don't remember like anything about them. I just remember Mr. Freeze. I remember the Simpsons Adam West crack at that series more than I remember the show, the actual movies. He said he didn't need molded plastic to improve his physique. Adam West was like, the Adam West Batman was a perfect mix of, this is not what Batman should be, but for what it is, it nailed what it was trying to be, even if, you know, it wasn't really what Batman should be. It's just this perfect, ridiculous, campy schlock. Oh, can't get that. Yeah, Chris O'Donnell, yeah, I think that's it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. Junie Jillikers. It's so weird to watch, like, how comic book personalities have evolved, especially through film, because they're usually done really badly on film. Recently, they've kind of gotten it, but I don't really watch too much film anyway at this point. I don't know why I'm going for these. I really shouldn't, because, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, a speed challenge. But I could use the health anyway, because I'm not doing too well. Oops. Speaking of not doing too well. You're so cute! What are you doing? Parker just looked up at something and then ran off. I don't know if he saw a bug or what. The Batman cartoon was actually really good though. The one from the 90s, I forget what it was called exactly, like if it even had Batman the Animated Series, I think is what it was called. It was when Parker just looked over at this wall and then he ran into a different room. He looked very intently at it too. That spiny guy is pretty rare in this game, isn't he? Yeah, in the DDD tour, they usually edited things so that you'd get a little... There was a reason to go to the secret things, actually. I want that one up. It'd usually be a little... Come back, Wick. Oh, come on. Oh, jump. Oop. Are there ice puns and disgusting repetitive pop culture? Is that what they do in modern, like, cartoon movies? Like, I thought they've been getting pretty good reviews. Or are you referring to something else? Mark Hamill made a really good Joker. Which is weird, because you really don't hear much about him. Like, you know, obviously Star Wars and then Joker. What else has he even done? Aside from cameo appearances where they make fun of the fact that he was nothing but those two. He's been on Simpsons, like, I think a couple times. Uh-oh. No! These freaking UFOs, man! I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Oh, he's on the Flash thing? All of those enemies just chasing me down. Some weird color blotches in the background. I'm assuming that must be some color limitation of the GBA. The backgrounds just have this kind of JPEG-y effect. The GBA wasn't quite the most powerful. It was like... It's pretty close to the Super Nintendo, I believe. It's kind of how... At least they used to always go. Nintendo handhelds in terms of power. It would be last gen's console, but portable. Which, you know, reasonable target. Resolution was always a bit lower though. Ow. Just gotta casually beat myself up. I'm surprised how few times he parried there. And last world already? This could have easily been under an hour if I did not die as ridiculously often as I have. I actually found multiple time paradoxes. I'm not sure if you were on this in stream already, but we've actually seen Meta Knight on Meta Knight action a couple times before. Hot, juicy Meta Knight on Meta Knight action. Oh, excuse you! Look at him slide into my mentions. Sheesh. Here we go. This is what I always think of as the butter building, but no, it's mid-boss tower. I don't know why I always mix those two up. And it's great music. DDD's music, for some reason. So many DDD remixes, though. I just kind of need a reason to fit them all in. Just realized, how the heck do I fight Nightmare? Yeah, how do I fight Nightmare with this? Oh, no. Was the Suicide Joker any good? I don't think... Like, well, I don't know about his in-movie performance, but everyone just talked about how incredibly annoying Jared Leto was as he was doing the whole method actor thing, which you kind of don't want to do if the character's a complete asshole. Why does he look so weird in this game? It's so weird because he's larger. Like, his sprite is larger, so it's not like... He didn't like me insulting him. Nicolas Cage Joker. I would watch that. Like, his surreal style of acting could really work. This isn't the one where you can go to the moon. I think it's in the Kirby's Dream Land throwback that you go back in the moon, right? Oops, I was reading chat. Alright, he was only in the movie for 9 minutes. Personally, I think the best Joker is a lot of people do Joker very differently, though, and it's a really cool thing about the character. But I think it's kind of a toss-up. And they're still different styles, but Heath Ledger and Mark Hamill for me. And they're kind of perfect extreme opposites of, you know, Joker interpretations. Oop. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whatever. Aw, you didn't even... Freaking Bronto Burt run away before I can beat him up. fine. I'm not even sure. How did we even get on Batman? I have no idea where this train of thought even started. But it's been hard to stop. It's fine though. Need something to talk about in a stream, right? That's why the one thing I won't do, like, I don't really sweat my viewer count, but if nobody's talking, that's when I'm like, nah, time to unstream. Because like the one time that happened, like it hasn't really happened this much this year, but Star Mazer DSP, I wasn't really enjoying the game either, which I mean might have been part of why, but not many people talking, and I was just kind of like, yeah, not much reason to be doing this. Because like when I'm doing a Let's Play, I'm like, I know that I am totally responsible for all of the talking, and you know, I'm in a different mindset than when I stream. Ow. So if I'm streaming, I don't have anybody to reply to. It's like, I think this started with the critic. There was something before the critic, even. It's been a long chain of events. Really cool background here too. Ow. Not that you can see it right now. I'll take ow. I will take pain. Yeah, nice big old moon. Very alarmingly large moon. If the moon is that close, it's probably something bad going on. Kind of weird. They maintained the visual style of these areas, but then the in-game areas don't look anything like the original. I guess they couldn't think of a different style for the world map. Alright, I still have no idea who Robin Salzberg is. I'm not super versed in my movie trivia. Whenever we do trivia games, like that's my area of anti-expertise. That and pop culture stuff for anything like before the 90s, and still like a lot of pop culture stuff I still don't get. Like, don't ask me about the Drakes and the Kardashians, and you know, ask me about the Cardassians, not the Kardashians. The moon just wants to say hi. With apocalyptic consequences. Oh, that's the director that directed Batman and Robin? Oh. Yeah, like I said, I don't know directors. Unless it's, you know, Steven Spielberg or something. Everyone's favorite level? Joe Schumacher? That still doesn't ring a... Well, I think I've heard the name, but if you asked me who that was, I'd be like, huh? You can destroy the Shato pellets in this game, I believe. Yep. Not sure if you can usually do that. I don't think so. I think I mentioned this last stream, but it's so weird that the enemies aren't... Because they use palette swapping in this game. They could probably pretty easily do, you know, grayscale palettes for this, but, oh well. Ow. The shading on the bottom of these clouds always looks so weird. They kind of look like they're made out of metal or something. Yeah, the color's kind of jarring. Heard the critic, but what is it again? Oh, it's this really good cartoon that does a lot of really good pop culture skewering and movie skewering in particular, as you might have guessed. Did it share any writers with The Simpsons, or did they just do a cameo because of whatever? I forget if there was relation there, but it's really great. And there's probably assorted things, jokes that I make that you might not get if you haven't watched it. That's where country goodness and green penis comes from. What luck, a French fry stuck in my beard. Ow. Ow, dead. It's annoying how he walks. He kind of walks forward if you do a combo attack. Oh, Algene. Bad comedy I hate. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, the critic's so good. Oops, what did I do? Oh. I guess we don't find Nightmare at all. That answers that question. Wait, what did I... Oh. You can turn screen smoothing on with the right analog stick. Please don't, though, because it's so ugly. Ugh. Is that it? I guess that's it. Slightly short stream, but I'll be doing an extra long stream tomorrow, and I got some other stuff to do, so I guess we'll call it there. We'll be doing a spoopy stream, a sort of spoopy stream, tomorrow for Halloween. It's not exactly Halloween, but it's close enough. Starting at 2 p.m. Central, which is 4 hours earlier than this stream started. Same channel and everything. I think I'll probably start with LSD, the game, and LSD.flow, maybe I'm Scared. I think You May Never Return seems to have some good horror stuff. Hey, Artist Shirley? Something. If you turned into Kirby, I'm sorry, I'm just about to stop streaming. Yeah, I'll probably show some Yomawari. The problem I have with Yomawari, I can't seem to get it to back up my, I can't manually erase the save file, and I don't want to lose all of my progress necessarily, and I haven't 100% completed it. So I might show some wandering around, because I don't want to lose my save file for real just to show it off. So I might show some wandering. I still have some stuff. The thing is, I tried to back up the save and then delete it, but it still always had my save. So I don't know how I don't know where the save is. I wish more games would be and it only has one save file. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with that. I might just show some post-game wandering, because there's a bunch of it has an open world and stuff. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I love how everyone has the suffix LSD with the game. I mean, it sounds really suspicious in a lot of sentences. But that's just as you talk about talking cat and throws the cat. Oh yeah, that's the critic. Yeah, it's not gonna be a ton of jump scare stuff. It's gonna be more psychological and surreal stuff, kind of like Space Funeral. There's definitely some horror themes in there, but the point isn't. It's not like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. It's kind of the opposite end of that spectrum. But yeah, I think, well, Fumawari, I wouldn't really mind totally replaying it anyway. So I might start a new game. I don't know. I'll figure out something. I'll probably start with LSD because that seems really cool. And I'll probably stream some more LSD. It sounds like it takes a while to find everything in that game. I mean, if you could even say that you find everything. Yeah, that's a wrap for tonight. I'm not sure what Kirby game we'll play next week. Maybe Squeak Squad? I'll probably throw another poll on Kirby facts. think I can handle Squeak Squad. Squeak Squad I'll have to emulate, but I don't think that'll be a big problem. Because I think Desmumi is reasonably accurate. It stinks! Oh yeah, I did that in... I mentioned that in an earlier stream, little critic impression. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. I hope to have a big crowd tomorrow for the big ol' spooky stream. That should be fun. And then after that, like week after next, next week, I'll start the Yoshi's Island streams after this Sunday. So that'll be fun too, because that's been a patron goal for a while. Yes, Mr. Sherman, everything stinks. Right, that was part of the Simpsons one, wasn't it? But yeah, Yoshi's Island should be really fun. I'll have to play that one in Hygan. Everyone was saying Hygan. I don't know how you... Whatever. Yeah, it seems to be the best way to get it, because I don't have an SNES, and the Wii U version, I really don't want to play the Game Boy Advance version to show off, so I'll emulate, because I mean... The music is really messed up in the colors too, in the Game Boy Advance port. It might be like the best they could do, but still. Anyway, gonna cut the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody.